I want to be taken on a journey, and I think storytelling is a part of that.
Yeah.
In addition, I think the culture and society goes through different like zeitgeists, if you will. And right now, it's very much this whole storytelling thing, and knowing who a person is part of it. I think maybe that's what I feel right now. That this is appropriate for how people are perceiving music and how people are buying art right now. They want something real and deep, I hope. But that's what I observe at this point, because we're so in each other's faces and in each other's lives with social media, and we're coming into this time where these like super polished pop stars are, I think, let me be really clear on this. I think people are craving something more real. There's even like lyrics now about like things being over photoshopped. Everybody's the culture's kind of waking up to things being
I agree.
Yeah, and like we want to see you, and we want to see the real you. Everybody's ready for that right now. So
I mentioned that on one of the previous podcasts.
Yeah.
The songs that I've gotten in this habit, which I like, of sending out surveys after my shows, and the songs that people like the most are generally the ones that took me the least amount of time to write, because it just came together. I had this idea and I was like, this is a real thing, I want to write about it.
Yeah.
Or the photos that seem to get the best reaction are the ones that are real. It's a real photo. There wasn't a fancy camera. There wasn't me doing a pose. It was a real photo. And I think you're right. I think that's because we've reached this age where like everything exponentially got produced and plastic and shiny, and
yes,
now people are getting a little fed up with that and a little hesitant to continue to support things like that. So I think you're right. There's a bit of a return to authenticity, which is good for songwriters.
Yeah. And it's also how things like Instagram stories affect the culture. We're all looking at like into each other's lives, and you want to see that from the artists that you like. I love your Instagram stories, and other artists that I follow as well. I have my guitar on my back. I'm walking to a show now, and I'm like telling you a little something. I like that. I don't want to see this guy in this like perfect lighting, retouched photo in the perfect outfit, like making the perfect like face. It's boring now. I used to like that for sure.
And there's a time and place for that.
Sure.
If you're doing an album cover, or you're doing promo for an event or a show or whatever, there's a time and place for that.
Right. But that's how it all used to be.
Right.
And now nobody accepts that. They're like, no, we want the real thing. So I feel a little keyed into that too. So that movement, if you want to call it that, it's not really a movement, but that change in cultural perspective is influencing the choices I make as well for what I do on stage.